Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to Medical Monday and another episode of Should You Take That Case? Welcome. And the goal of our show is to be a resource for legal professionals who pursue medical cases by sharing experiences and insights as defense or plaintiff attorneys. It's me, your host, Lisa Wade, legal nurse consultant, owner of Wade Nurse Consultants, and Wade Nurse Consultants. And I am also the creator of our attorney medical record resource group, our special private LinkedIn group. That's where we get all our spectacular attorney guests. We use this as an opportunity to get to know one another, and we're going to do that today with our repeat guest, Aaron Hicks. Yes, and we'll do that in just a few moments. But first, let's scoot over to our comment section and take a peek, see if anybody is visiting us live today. If you're catching us on the replay, still fantastic. Thank you for spending your time with us. And if you are an attorney and you are watching us today, please put an A in that comment box so we can say hello, know who you are. And if you are a part of Women Owned Law, put a W in that chat so we can know you're here. Women Owned Law, a wonderful organization. It is a groundbreaking group created to connect and advance women legal entrepreneurs. And Women Owned Law is also having a membership drive. If you are a new member, you're coming on board, by the 15th of November, you get $50 off your membership fee. So I'm going to put in the comments in chat section there. There it is, the link to Women Owned Law. Feel free to take a peek and join up if it looks like a good fit for you. Now, today, we are going to, like I said, have our repeat guest, Aaron Hicks. Let me introduce him to you. Aaron Hicks is a civil trial attorney and founder of Hicks Law Firm, where he represents plaintiffs in personal injury cases resulting in traumatic brain injuries, catastrophic injuries, complex regional pain syndrome, and wrongful death. Originally from Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Hicks now resides in Orange County, California, and handles cases all over California and Tennessee. Mr. Hicks is an executive officer of the Orange County Trial Lawyers Association, where he serves as secretary and will be president in 3 years from now. Mr. Hicks has been selected to Super Lawyers for 2020, 2021, and 2022. Best Lawyers in 2021 and 2022, and also as an AV preeminent rating, has an AV preeminent rating from Martindale Hubbell. And now I bring back to you Aaron Hicks. Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
Welcome back. It's been since the springtime you've been here.
I know.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back, and I appreciate you spending your precious time with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, here I go, just trying to find out all the news that's fit to tell. Could you tell me what 3 or more kinds of changes have happened for you personally or professionally since your last appearance? Tell us all about it.
Wow. Okay. Personally, let me think. Well, we went to Hawaii in September. That was the first vacation that I've taken in about 2 years.
Woohoo!
So just starting my new practice back in January of 2020, and with COVID, I wasn't able to travel. So that was a lot of fun going to Hawaii. We went to Kauai. It was great.
Mm.
As far as professionally, still status quo. We're growing. I'm hiring folks now. We have more employees coming on board, taking on some more cases in Tennessee now, where primarily when I first started my firm, most of the cases were in California, but I seem to be getting a lot of cases out of Nashville recently. So doing a little bit, newer cases there, but pretty much the same stuff as I was doing the last time I was here.
Hmm. Well, Hawaii, do you surf? Did you?
No,
No.
I grew up in Tennessee, so we didn't have oceans, and I grew up around lakes. But I did take surfing lessons back when I was, I think, 35, and I loved it. And promised myself I was going to get a surfboard and drive to the beach every morning and go surfing, and I never did. So I haven't surfed in about 10 years, but no, I don't surf.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah,
Hey, it's always good to have a goal. All right.
I guess. I
All
learned how
right.
to do it. That was enough for me.
Okay, now what? Oh, excuse me. What? Next question. What keeps you happy and intrigued and interested in the law that you're practicing?
I think I may have talked about this on the last show. It's been so long, but I just really enjoy helping people. People come to me for issues that they're dealing with. People from high school people that I grew up with, people from college, people from law school, even. And I just really like helping people. Sometimes the cases, I'll take a case that's very small, but I just really like the client. I like the person themselves, and I want to help them because oftentimes, especially in my field, we get paid on a contingency basis the majority of the time. So the amount of attorney fees that we receive are based upon the size of the case. So oftentimes the smaller cases, a client may have a tough time finding a lawyer to assist them because it's not worth the lawyer or the client's worthwhile to take that case. So oftentimes I'll take a case just because I really like the client. And sometimes I'll do it pro bono. Sometimes I'll just make a very small fee or just greatly reduce my fee because I like the client. I want to help them. So that keeps me going and doing what I do every day. I'm here really just for my clients to serve them. I love talking about the law. I'm kind of a law nerd, and if I go out to an event where there's not lawyers that I know and I run into one, I usually gravitate towards that lawyer and we start talking about cases and the law. So we're a different breed of people, but when we see one of our own, we kind of eye each other. I was at a football game last night. The Tennessee Titans played the Los Angeles Rams, and I happened to run into an attorney, a personal injury attorney there that practices in Kentucky. And so we exchanged information, and I told him if he needs any help in Tennessee, I'm happy to assist him. And I now have a connection in Kentucky. I can send cases that way as well. But I just really enjoy what I do. There's really no great answer other than I love what I do and I love helping my clients.
Oh, well, it's they're lucky. It sounds like you take cases big or small. And yeah, and nothing wrong with being a little bit of a legal nerd.
I guess so. Yeah, my wife doesn't like me to come home and talk about law all day, but when I get around the other lawyers, it's fine. So,
well, it's okay here for sure. It's okay. And that's what kind of cases have you been involved in that maybe have any medical records recently that you pursued or bypassed? Anything like that come up since we last talked?
Yeah, I'm primarily I would say 99%, maybe 95% of my cases involve medical records because I do plaintiff's personal injury law. And so most of the cases I have do have medical records. There, on occasion, I'll have a wrongful death case, which is usually a family member's claim. And that in that particular scenario, I would not present medical records or bills because the claim is to the heir, not the decedent. So some of the cases I still get calls a lot on medical malpractice cases, which I do not practice. And I like to be that, most people's kind of go-to attorney to, even if I can't help them, I know somebody in the area that I can refer them to. And so I tell everybody, just call me. If you have an issue, call me. If I can't help you, I'll find you someone. So I've had some medical malpractice cases continue to come in. I have a couple friends of mine that do that area of law, and I'll just send it over to them. Most of the medical malpractice firms have a doctor on staff that will review the records to see if it's, fell below the standard of care for that physician. But yeah, most of the cases I work on have medical records. I was able also to thankfully utilize your services. As you know, we worked together on a case, and it was very beneficial and eye-opening. When you're a solo practitioner, I think I talked about this last time, but just going through medical records it's very time consuming. And just to be able to shift that over to someone else to have them do that for you and have them summarize that, they're just very easy to go through and read rather than try to flip through 1,000, hospital pages. So you did a great job, and I continue to want to use you and keep you on my roster. So.
Well, thank you. It was my pleasure. Definitely. Anytime that I can decipher any nuisance of medical records for you, the whole volume of voluminous record, I can hopefully condense it into something, bite-sized in human language.
Better you than me.
And it doesn't take me as long. So I'm glad I could be of help. Yep. And finally, I want to know, what, if anything, have you learned, particularly over the last 12 months or so, that has changed you or the way you run your practice?
I think, I've really learned that you can really work from anywhere. I tend to work out of my house a lot more now than I used to. And all you need is a laptop, some Wi-Fi, and you can connect anywhere. When I was in Hawaii in September, I would wake up every morning. I'd go out on the patio with my coffee, my laptop, staring at the ocean, and I was sending emails and talking to adjusters and opposing counsel, and they had no idea where I was. So I think one of the biggest things that I've learned, and I really enjoy, is, as long as you don't have a trial date coming up soon, you can pretty much work wherever you want to. You can go take vacations knowing that you need to probably take your computer with you, but that's part of it. I mean, that's one of the best things that I've learned. And I guess one of the positives to the shutdowns is people have learned how to communicate by Zoom and, do everything paperless. That's another thing that I've really tried to implement at my firm, is to go paperless. I like to use cloud-based software. With my legal assistant, I can share documents with her through Dropbox, through email, however it's done. We have case management software, and it's all just goes to a cloud. It's very easy to share. I can remember the days when I used to go into mediations or depositions, and I would just take, a dolly with 5-6 boxes, banker boxes full of files, for no reason. You didn't need to pull a file out and flip through it. Now I just click on my computer and it's at my fingertips. So I think that the lawyers have learned to adapt to becoming paperless, becoming cloud-based. And I think they're more and more getting into it. I think it's harder for some of the the older guys. But when I started my practice, I made that a focus, and I'm really glad that I did, because it makes my life easier to have everything at my fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Technology has definitely changed so much. And I am grateful for less paper myself.
Yeah. I mean, another thing is keep your overhead as low as possible.
Yeah.
A lot of these big firms had these huge offices, and I've seen a lot of them just downsize, and they'll go to a smaller space, have their associates and their legal staff work off site. You don't have to be in a big office building anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
so there's lots of different options for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we work together. I'm in Pennsylvania. You're on the other side of the country in
Right.
California. And
Right.
I think it went speedier than some of these cases I've had right around the corner. So I think it was, like you said, a boon, technology boon.
Yeah.
So things are moving a little bit faster for
Yeah.
sure.
Thankfully, the courthouses are coming back open here. The judges, obviously you have to wear a mask inside the courthouses, and the judges themselves are also utilizing video technology a lot more than they used to. So I don't think if this, I hate to keep talking about COVID, right? But we're going to be talking about it forever. But
Mhm.
I think that it really just opened everyone's eyes, even the courts. The courts, I don't think that this video appearances would have ever taken place in a courthouse. And now they're realizing that it causes more traffic. It causes, parking problems at the courthouse, more staff at the courthouse, shuffling people in and out of the security lines. They've
Mhm.
realized that it's cheaper and easier to have people appear remotely when you can. Obviously, during a jury trial or a motion hearing, you need to be in person. But if it's just a routine case management conference or just a quick appearance, that can simply be done by video. You don't need to be in the courthouse anymore.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, well, you're not the only one that's learned that. And I think it is working out a little bit better for the environment. Talk about,
Yep.
less of a carbon imprint. So,
Yeah, I remember like right when the shutdowns occurred, downtown Los Angeles about 3 days after was just crystal clear. Um, and I'd never seen that before. And now I was just there yesterday. You drive in, the smog is back.
aw.
There's people are back on the roads. Unfortunately, it was great when I could just get on the freeway and have no traffic, and now it's coming back.
Ah, well. So, yeah, that's this is the hard part,
Yeah.
but a lot of good steps technology wise. I think are still going to hang on. So,
Yes. Agreed.
wh- well, Aaron, it's been wonderful having you back again. Are we going to do this at another time?
I'll come back as many times as you invite me to.
That sounds good. That sounds good. But do you have time for just a little quick Q&A? Anybody that's out there that has any questions for Aaron, get ready, put them into the comments box, and he'll answer them right away. And while you're getting those questions together, I'm going to have what we call a small commercial break and talk to you a little bit about Wade Nurse Consultants. Everyone is not always completely clear about what legal nurse consultants do. So I'll make it clear for you today. At Wade Nurse Consultants, it's all about review, research, and roadmaps. When we review medical records, we summarize and translate that information into human language, easily understood by judges and juries. When we research, we complete medical literature searches regarding topics attorneys may not be familiar with or need more in-depth details about. And we create roadmaps for injured clients in the form of life care plans detailing their future medical needs over their lifetimes, including estimated costs of that care. And to recap, legal nurse consultants at Wade Nurse Consultants, it's all about review, research, and roadmaps. Now, Schedule a 15 or 20-minute medical case strategy call by clicking the calendar link you're going to find in the description box of this YouTube channel so we can chat. And now, without further ado, back to Aaron's Q&A. Let's take a peek, Aaron, see if we have any questions in our comments. Not yet, but not yet. But as always, if anybody's watching, catching us on the replay, and you have a question for Aaron, inside the description box of this YouTube channel, you'll find his contact information, and feel free to reach out to him to answer any of those burning questions you have for him. Does that sound right, Aaron?
That is right. I'm happy to answer any questions. And I'm happy to give a recommendation for Lisa on what a great job she did for me in my case. And so I'm happy to, if any of the attorneys want to reach out to me and speak to me about your work product, I'm happy to give you a glowing review because you did a great job.
Thank you. You are wonderful yourself and very easy to work with.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like we have any questions for you today, but that contact information is in our YouTube description box for this channel. And people, feel free to reach out to Aaron and get all of your questions answered. So I think we're winding up now, Aaron. Is that all right? Do you have anything else on your mind that you want to spill?
No, I'm happy to come back at any time. So, you need somebody last minute, you call me, I'll be on here.
Absolutely. Oh, that is good news, because we've had a few missing in action folks, but things happen all the time. So thank you for putting yourself out there, and I may call you on one of those days for sure. So,
yeah, thanks for having me so much.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. So right. We're winding up. Let me just give everybody a reminder to like our show and subscribe to this channel. Or if you have any burning legal nurse consultant questions, feel free to reach me at lisa@wadenurseconsultants.com. And watch us next week. Catch us Monday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a brand new episode of Should You Take That Case? Catch you later, Aaron.
Bye.
Bye-bye.